The market moves down for the third straight day as we head into the weekend. Should the bulls be worried, or is it just a breather? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so we've been talking about the potential top in this wave 5 for a while now, and it does look like it might be materializing as we've had 3 red days in a row, and the markets are pulling back into the weekend. However, they haven't broken key support, and they've only backtested the daily 21. So, is this a breather for the bulls, or will we see a bigger correction? I'll get into that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we are going to check the results of the indicator, and we finally got a trading day. We've been in trend days all week, so we haven't had much trading. I've had nothing to really show you because there's nothing going on. But we had a great day today. We hit the bottom and got a buy signal and rode that rocket right up and then got a sell. And if you're new here, we've created our own day trading and swing trading indicator and trading view. It is absolutely killing the market. It is up over 60% over the last 20 months on a 100K account. We're up $60,000. That's an incredible return, and we're going to show you how we got it right now. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart in TradingView, and this is what we use the indicator on. It must be used in TradingView because it's a TradingView only indicator. So if you don't have a TradingView account, that's okay. When you get the indicator, right down here as you scroll down, you're going to get a lot of good information. You're going to be told what you need in TradingView, as well as give a link to get a new TradingView account, and that link gives you a 20% discount. So make sure you use that, take that advantage of that if you don't have a TradingView account and you want to use this indicator. And then you're going to get how to set up the indicator, and then how to day trade with the indicator. This is our exact strategy that produced the returns we're talking about. All of our trades are chronicled by somebody who is a paid member. So they pay to be part of the service, and they detail all of my trades so that everyone knows exactly what the trades are doing. And that's how we keep our records, so that I'm not, I have my own records, but mine match exactly what Matt does because they should. So I guess what I'm saying is we have a third party or someone outside of our business detailing our trades as well to make sure that they're accurate. We also have trend day strategy. This is how we trade, or in effect don't trade on trend days, which has been this whole week until yesterday. And then we have our weekly swing strategy. So you get all the training you need. And when you get in here in TradingView, it's a simple, you set up the indicator and it's just a simple buy and sell alert. We make it very easy. We use the KISS method in my room and in trading and everything else because everybody wants to watch 1,000 YouTube videos and try to learn all these different styles, and they end up learning no style, having no idea of what they're doing, trying half of one style and half of another, and ultimately losing. So we make it, keep it simple, stupid. You get a buy, you buy the market. You get a sell, you sell the market. We tell you when to take profit, all of those things. So we get a buy signal right here off of the bottom. This is a huge level. If I zoom over here to the right a little bit, you can see it's the 1-day minimum, which almost always holds the bottom of the market. And then we had, all of our call and support numbers here. These are incredible levels to trade off of, especially with the indicator. And they come from a place called Mentor Q. There's a link down in the description that'll give you a discount on that if you want to get those levels on your chart to help you trade better as well. So we come right into the 1-day minimum, and the 1-day minimum is typically as deep as the market's going to go on that day, and it generally will close above it almost every time. So if you think of how the shoreline works for oceans, people build their houses. They know where the water is going to come up to. So at high tide, they know where the water comes to pretty much every time, so they can build their house safely. Well, that's kind of what the 1-day min and 1-day max are. That's where the water or the levels should come to on the day if they're going to break down or break out. Once they get there, you can likely expect some kind of reversal. Now, are there days that those don't work? Not many, but yes. And that's okay. That's how life works, right? So think back to that shoreline example I gave you. What happens when there's a hurricane? Well, the tide doesn't stop in front of the house as it goes up into the house as it goes further, right? So when you have extraordinary buying or extraordinary selling, yes, those levels might not hold. But in general, they are great to trade off of. So they come down into that level. You can see they spike off of it almost to the penny. We get, actually, you had a small winner, but it's not on the chart, so I won't count it. And then we got this buy signal right here, which is an absolute crusher. Got in at about 655.80, and they ran it up to about 659.11. That is a 4-point move straight up. We absolutely killed on that trade. They came in, they gave us a sell right here. It was a little bit early, so that was a small loser. Then they gave us the sell again, and this was a really nice winner down into VWAP. And then we got stopped out on this candle. So another winner here is actually 3 wins and 1 loss, but that other one's not on the chart. So what you guys see is 2 wins and 1 loss with a rocket ride and a really nice trade here. So guys, people are using this indicator to beat the market for the first time in their lives, to make money for the first time in their lives, to do great things with their retirements. We use this to get in and out of the market quite often in very, very, very good spots. And it has really helped a lot of traders. You can see on the screen, people call it a cheat code. You can see that people take off work to play golf because they're making enough money from it. People are paying their bills with it. They pay their monthly bills just from what they're trading off the indicator. Guys, it's incredible. It's helping people. I want it to help you. Here's how you get it. There's a link down in the description. Click that link, and it'll take you right over to our membership plans page. You scroll down, you'll see our monthly rooms. You can get in there if you want. They're really helpful to have with the indicator. But you come down to the indicator, it's $59 a month, $5.90 for the year. You get 2 months free. Here's the cool thing, because I love it so much, and I know you're going to love it so much, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee on both of them. So you can get this, put it on your chart, make sure you love it, use it for 30 days, and whether you win, if you don't like it, you can simply return it at no risk to you. I really want you to be a part of this, guys. Check it out. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, so on the ES, we talked about this yesterday. If they broke below the 8 today, which they were sitting on at the close yesterday, if they gapped below that, they were on a crash course with the 21. That's a fact. And that was 66.30, and they ran right into it and bounced. And that's to be expected. The reason the 21 is so powerful is it generally contains the move on the first try. And then we'll see what kind of bounce we get. If it's aggressive, then it was just a back test of the 21 and back to the highs towards 6,800. If it fails and they come back down and break down below that, that opens the door down here to 65.80. And then that would open the door. Well, first the Fed lows at 66.12 or 11, then 65.80 would be the next target down after that. And that's going to be significant. That's a shelf of support right here. You can see they came into that area quite a few times on the daily chart here and could not get through it. And then they broke out above it. So it'd be a back test of this breakout right here. And that's a pretty normal thing. So that would be the next major target, 65.80 area. If they get through that, it's going to be the bottom of this trend line, this bottom trend line, I should say, which is kind of the bottom of the diagonal trend. If I put that up there so it's a little better. The bottom of the diagonal trend, and that should bring us into that 64.30 area or so, where you have a spike down here, spike down here, spike down here, a spike down here, as well as this shelf over here. That 64.30 area is going to be very well defended. And if it's not, that's a warning sign to the bulls. If they just blow right through that, then obviously we're going to be headed towards 6,300 and the August lows, and that should also be well defended. And if it's not, another warning shot to the bulls. So those are the big levels. The August lows are obviously the first domino to fall if you're going to talk about a bigger correction. It doesn't mean we're definitely in the bigger correction, but it is the first thing that has to happen, is they got to get through the August lows. Once they do that, that opens the door to several lower targets, including the April lows, which would be the most significant level for the bulls to hold. They must hold the April lows. If they don't hold those, that opens the door to a much bigger correction that we've been talking about for some time. So a lot of work to do for the bears, but they're doing it slowly. I told you in the live call today that I suspect there's still probably another high coming, and that would be around 6,800 if they do get a high. But I think this pullback still has legs. I think they can certainly pull back to 65.80 or even lower, even into this 64.40 zone, pull back, test that, and then give us one more high. That would certainly be very reasonable. And as I said, I kind of think that may be the case, because I don't love how this is shaken out overall as a count. In that case, this top would be wave 3, that pullback would be wave 4, and then we look for wave 5 higher after that. Any questions on the ES? All right, on the NASDAQ, we also talked about this yesterday. If they were able to get below the 8 today, then they should be in a crash course with the 21, which they got pretty close to. They got down to 24,418 or so, and the 21's down at 382. So a few points away from it. They tested it. Now we will see how aggressive they are on this bounce. If they're able to rip it back higher, back above the today's candle would be significant, but I'd really want to see them get, if they're going to be bullish, back above 24,843. You do have decent volume on this spike back, so they defended the 21 on volume, but it is still a red candle and the sellers still won the day. So we do need to make sure that the sellers can follow through and continue to the downside. Now, a bounce here would not be unreasonable for some sort of A, B, C pattern down into this, 24, 173, 24, 275 zone. 275 is backtesting this breakout, but they already kind of did that with the Fed. So that Fed level is going to be important. 24, 275 is the first level below the 21. And then after that, it's going to be coming into this downward trend line that we have and so on. So the next major level as they come down, 23,856, and then if they get through that 23,437 level is going to be very important, as that's the same as the ES level we talked about that would open the door to the August lows and potentially more. This level down here, this 23,434 level should be defended heavily, and if it's not, that is a warning sign that the bulls are weakening and no longer interested in defending the dip. Doesn't mean that they won't defend a bigger dip, but that is something to take into account. So that's where we're at on the NQ. Any questions on the NQ? Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths, and how do you trade them if there's up and down? It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give All of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.